Billions of dollars are flowing into Africa right now. Real estate deals returning 20+%, tech startup raising millions, diaspora investors buying land, launching products, and building generational wealth. But here's what no one is telling you, the how. How does capital actually move across borders? Who are the real players closing these deals? And what does it actually cost when you get it wrong? I've spent 20+ years in corporate America building wealth for everyone else. Then I decided to build wealth for myself in Africa, but I learned some very expensive lessons along the way. So this year, I'm sitting down with 50 entrepreneurs, investors, builders who've actually done it. And I'm documenting every deal, every lesson, and every opportunity. No theory, no hype, just proof. This is Africa Capital Connect. Hey everybody, my name is Kwame Boateng. If you've clicked on this, you're probably one of three people. One, you're an African living abroad and you've been thinking about doing something back home, but you have no idea where to start. Two, you're an entrepreneur or an investor who keeps hearing about Africa is the next frontier, but everything feels vague, overhyped, or impossible to verify. Three, you're just curious about what's actually happened on the continent beyond the headlines. If any of that hits home, stay right here, because what I'm about to show you is the exact playbook I wish existed when I started. Let me be blunt about what this show is. Africa Capital Connect is not a hype channel. It's not Africa is Rising motivational content. It's definitely not me lecturing you about potentials. Every week I sit down with people who've actually done it, raised millions, built companies from zero, bought land, moved capital across borders, failed, and came back stronger. And we break down exactly how they did it, what nobody told them, what the real risks were, and what opportunities they're seeing right now. But here's where it gets different from anything else out there. And if you remember one thing from this intro, make it this. Every single conversation ends with what I call the bridge. That's where the guest leaves you with specific resources, contacts, or live opportunities. Not vague advice, actual connections you can act on this week. We're compiling every bridge into a growing resource guide. So over 50 episodes, you're not just watching interviews, you're building an actual toolkit for investing and building in Africa. Quick context on me. I was born in Ghana, came to the States when I was about 11 years old. I've spent 20+ years in corporate America working for great companies such as PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, Bristol Myers Squibb, Prudential, etc. I've worked and traveled across 40+ countries on 6 continents and even lived in Hong Kong for 3 years. I've built a strong career, learned a lot, but I realized that I was always building for someone else. And like a lot of the diaspora professionals, I felt this pull, not just to send money back home, but to actually build something. So I tried. I bought properties in Ghana, I explored business opportunities, but again, I learned some very expensive lessons along the way. Overall, here's what I've realized. The opportunities are real, but the information is scattered. No one is showing you how it actually works, who to trust, or what the real risks are. But the best way to learn, talk to people who've already done it. And that's exactly what we're doing. Now, here's where it gets exciting, and honestly, this is what keeps me up at night. The plan for year one, 50+ conversations with people who are doing it, not just talking about it. I want to build a library that actually helps people. Whether you're thinking about your first 10K investment or you've already moved millions. But the conversations are just the start. The real vision is connections. Investors with founders, diasporas with opportunities, ideas with capital. This show is the vehicle, but the network we build around it, that's where the real value lives. So here's a taste of what's coming. Tech founders who've raised millions from global VCs, real estate investors pulling 20+% returns, diaspora entrepreneurs building from the US into Lagos, Nairobi, Accra, venture capitalists writing checks across the continent, creators making 6 figures from African content, and people who failed, lost money, learned the hard way, and came back even stronger. Some of these names you've heard of, most of them you haven't yet. But every single one of them have something you can learn from. Now, building something like this takes real resources. And one thing I've learned from every entrepreneur I've spoken with is that you fund your vision, how you can fund your vision. So for me, I ran a brand called Boateng. We make Vestly Pro adjustable weighted vests. It's on Amazon right now. If you want to support this channel and what we're building, check out the link in the description below. Every purchase goes directly into keeping these conversations going. All right, that's the intro into Africa Capital Connect. Again, the deal is real, the builders are real, and starting now, the playbook is opened. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our first full episode. And drop a comment. Tell me, what do you want to know about investing or building in Africa? Have you already started? What's blocking you? The conversation starts now. This is Africa Capital Connect. I'm Kwame Boateng, and welcome home.